I am a dumpster diver. I'm happy to go into abandoned buildings.
The EMTEK factory tour was absolutely amazing. And if you're watching this first, here's a sneak peek.
I think what I was most surprised to see when we took the tour at EMTEK was the pride in all of the workmanship. Each kind of stand we went to, everybody took such care with the products. I thought there would be more of an assembly line. I didn't even realize that every single thing is done by hand. It was mind-blowing. There really was a sense of pride behind each of the jobs.
Will is taking me to his favorite place for inspiration, Liz's Antiques.
Isn't that crazy? Look how much hardware.
What's happening over here?
This is all salvaged hardware from homes all over the city, and it's all organized by style and trim and genre. So if you have an older home here and you're missing some pieces of trim, very likely you would find a replacement here or something really, really cool. Hardware isn't on the forefront of the design process. It's often an afterthought, but there's been so much design and design history with hardware. I think this just goes to show how much there actually has been done when it comes to this product category.
With over 1 million pieces of hardware, there's everything from the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, 1860s, to Victorian, arts and crafts, Art Nouveau, Spanish Revival, and beyond. From doorknobs to bath accessories, it's literally a goldmine of craftsmanship that inspires everything created at EMTEK today. Then we had the pleasure of meeting Liz herself. And as per usual, I had to ask her all of my burning questions.
So welcome to Liz's. We've been here over 30 years and we service the interior design, Los Angeles community and contractors and architects and of course people who are restoring their home. The other thing that we do is also design and manufacture our own product lines as well as carrying many other companies like EMTEK. So
And this is just your passion, obviously.
I've been at it. I've been sorting hardware and counting hardware for many, many, many years.
Wow.
You literally wrote the book on it, I believe.
We did actually.
Yes.
It's called, let me show you, Decorative Hardware. And actually, I am not the person who put the words to the paper. Terry Hartman, who has been the general manager here for, almost 30 years. She is a writer and also has her master's degree in architectural history. I am a dumpster diver. I'm happy to go into abandoned buildings and
I love it.
take all of the screws out and, and collect hardware.
Okay, so I need to ask, how did you get into this? Because I mean, I don't know if you're just passionate about hardware, if you came across it just by accident, maybe you're restoring an old home.
Actually, the way that I ended up getting into the business was I was delivering a piece of furniture for somebody. I'd been in the business all of about 2 weeks. I had bought a buffet at an auction. I was delivering it, and a gentleman by the name of Peter, who I call Peter the Picker, came through the alley in his van that was loaded with teddy bears on the passenger side, and he ended up getting out of the van and he said, "What are you all doing here?" And we got to talking and he said, "Well, why don't you come up to my 4,000 square foot warehouse in Chicago?" And I said, okay. So I went over to meet him, and in that warehouse, there was hardware strewn all over the floor, coming out of barrels, out of drawers. And I just took one look at it and I just went, I bet if you organize all of this stuff, it'd be a gold mine. Only it's not gold. It's brass, it's iron, it's pot metal, it's lots of other materials, and rarely gold, but every once in a while it is.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us in the store and letting us go through here. I'm excited to see if we come up with some new inspiration.
I think we're just getting started, aren't we?
I think we are.
All right, well, Carolyn, $1 million question for you. You like cabinet latches?
Okay, is that serious?
Yeah, of course.
I love cabinet latches.
What do you love about cabinet latches?
About cabinet latches, I just love that they take me back to to be honest, my grandmother had cabinet latches in their summer kitchen. So at the farmhouse that my dad was born and raised in, the summer kitchen had these really cool, and then they'd been painted over and everything else, but these cabinet latches, and they would stick and get, you know what I mean? But it just reminds me, they all had character, and it just reminds me of, my grandma's kitchen, my grandma's house. And I think that's why I got into Century Homes, and that became kind of my specialty, because every time I walked into my grandparents' home, there was just so much character, and like you could just feel the history in there, and it's like a totally different feel than I've ever felt walking into a new built home, you know? Like you can't feel that.
Will and I had the best time at Liz's Antiques, and honestly, I could have spent the entire day there. You'll definitely want to check it out if you're ever in LA. And if you know me, I'm all about synchronicities. I started at Liz's and she said, you have to check out Nickey Kehoe and speak to my friend Clayton. Nickey Kehoe is full of inspiration and a one-stop shop for furniture, fabrics, and accessories, all displayed in the most gorgeous Pinterest-worthy vignettes. And from there, Clayton mentioned, have you been to Plain English? You have to go. So of course, my curiosity got the best of me. We headed there next, and I got to see all of the exquisite painted cabinets that I've been admiring from afar for so long. They absolutely reminded me of my grandmother's kitchen and the original painted finishes I love so much and that my clients are after. The last stop was Big Daddy's, a mix of antique artifacts, home decor, full of big personality and depth that I want to bring into my designs to make bold statements and conversation starters when entertaining. Will and I talked about hardware telling a story, but it's also the journey to find the hardware that makes the way I design so special for my clients. For more inspiration and behind the scenes fun, follow me on Instagram at Carolyn Wilbrink and at CW Design & Co. And of course, at EMTEK Products.